Hey, I'm glad to have you with me today. Listen, it's a little bit of a hot topic, but it's really important in our real estate industry what I want to talk with you about today, guys, especially if you're out there interviewing someone to go work with within our industry. So today, you guys, what I want to talk about is teams versus individual agent. So it's been really interesting over all of these years watching this take shape in the real estate industry. So you guys know, because you know, if you listen to the radio or watch TV, you're being inundated with lots of ads, and lots of those ads that you're getting are for teams, right? It's a big team. And so the question is, should I engage a team to help me, or should I use an individual agent? That's what we're going to talk about here real quickly. So listen, how about if I just cut to the chase, okay? How about if I tell you the end of the story first? Which one is better? Let's go right to which one is better. What do you think? You're right. There isn't a better here, you guys. There isn't a better. Let me explain the distinction and what you should be looking at, okay? Because this is not a one-size-fits-all deal. First of all, let's talk about the red flag, okay? If there was one red flag here, here's probably what it would be. Sometimes the consumer can be under the idea that when they're hiring that name, right? That name on the team, that maybe they're getting that person. It doesn't work that way. Okay, that person is running a business. They're not even selling real estate anymore. And so you got to be really careful when you think, well, I'm hiring that guy or that girl, that lady that runs this team. No, you're not. What you're getting is you're getting maybe some other, potentially a junior team member or someone who's new to real estate, and they're part of this big machine, okay? So that's going to be the first thing that we want to look at. Once again, what are we coming down to? Who is going to be working on your business? Let's start on the commercial side of things. So in commercial and investment real estate, teams have been part of the norm for years and years and years. When we go in and pitch business to go sell the retail center or the office building or the large apartment complex, there's going to be 2 or 3 of us probably working on that piece of business. We need that team. That team gives us the depth, the pure brain horsepower, right? But it also comes in the sense that what if someone's out of the office? You need to have a backup. In my business, we have to have a backup. We need to have that depth. But even more importantly than that, you guys, when we work in commercial investment real estate, it's complex. And so by the time we're putting together our financial package, our analysis, our offering memorandums, we're doing the packaging and positioning of an asset, it takes more than a single person. Here's the deal. Can an individual agent in today's market properly service a real estate client? Let's go on the residential side for just a moment. Okay, so you want to buy a house or sell a house. Let's go to the selling side of the house. You want to sell your house. Do you go with the big team or do you go with that individual agent? And maybe it's that agent who's been in business for 10 or 20 years, but they work by themselves. Is that a good idea? I think it is, okay? I really think it is. You know why? They know their business and they are so dedicated to their client and meeting their client's objective. I mean, they bend over backwards to take care of that client 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. In fact, I don't know how some of them do it. That's the key thing here. The key thing is client service. And so that's why when somebody comes along and says, oh, you must have a team, I don't buy it. I just know so many really spectacular agents who work as solo agents. Now, are they out there maybe handling 20 or 30 or 40 assignments at one time? Of course they're not, because they could never do it effectively. So what they do is they can really put the laser beam on and focus on their client. I like that. I know if I'm a client, I wouldn't mind having that. That means it's good, solid, dedicated service. So you guys, once again, as we're going through this vetting process of who you want to work with, these are some of the considerations. Is it a team? Is it an individual? Maybe it's somewhat of a hybrid between the two of them. I'll tell you what we do is when I work with a team, I want you to meet my team members. Okay, I want you to know who you're working with, and I want you to understand the roles that we play. These are the different roles that we're going to play to service you, client. Here's what you can expect. We make sure the expectations are super clear right out of the gate. Same thing holds true whether you're an individual agent or a team member. All clients should have very clear expectations of what's going to be delivered to them. So listen, the main thing here is going through the interview process and asking the right questions. That's what this is all about. Listen, in our business, we're only as good as our last deal. That's the cliche. You're only as good as your last deal, right? I mean, do you really want to hire someone that's talking about what they did 3 or 4 years ago? I don't think so. You want to hire someone that's talking about what they did last week and last month. You got to be in the market, right? That's what you want. Someone who's really in the market so that they know what's going on. the nuances, the trends, and the challenges so that we know how to handle those challenges. I'll leave it at that. Listen, in my industry, there's so much talk about this idea of teams versus individual agents, but I think the consumer needs to get some clarity around this to know that, you know what, it's not a matter that one is necessarily better than the other. It's a matter of finding the right fit for you. I hope this is helpful for somebody out there. I appreciate you being part of our YouTube channel. I hope you'll subscribe to our channel. I like to cover all the bases on brokerage and commercial investment real estate. I like to touch on residential real estate, and I talk a lot about real estate investing. So if you're an investor, I certainly hope that you'll subscribe to our channel. Thanks for being with me today.